It's 6 o'clock, time to begin Madison's Board of Zoning Appeals meeting, December the 8th, I believe. Don't want to make time fly faster than it does. December the 8th. And since we are shorthanded tonight for various reasons, I will just call the roll. Rick Ferris, Nancy Burkhart.
Here.
Mark Acosta, Carl Eaglin.
Here.
And me, Scott Baldwin. I am here. So there are three of us. We have a quorum. Board members, have you had a chance to read last month's minutes?
Make a motion, we approve the minutes as printed.
No corrections by anybody. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? No. The minutes are approved. Renewals, we only had one. That was BZCU-23-97, left over from last month. And I have been informed they have paid their renewal fee, and therefore, per previous motion, their conditional use permit is renewed. We had a couple items that were tabled from last month. The first one is BZCU-25-23. That was Mr. Chuck Moore representing Bolin Communications for a small cell utility pole. Is Mr. Bolin or a representative here? Well, board members, with your approval, we'll just postpone that one to the end and see if he shows up. The second one, which was tabled twice, actually, this is the third time, is BZCU-25-21, Karen Fellons, requesting a conditional use permit to allow for addition of in-home beauty salon, 2247 Seneca Drive. So, Ms. Fellons, or a representative, what would you... Deputy Mayor.
Sure, thank you. My name is Karen Fellons. I live at 2247 Seneca Drive on the hilltop in Madison here. I am in retirement thinking about having, or I would requesting to just have a very small one-person facility in my home. I would basically just have a very small setup, word of mouth, no signs. I'm just thinking about doing it in retirement, so and not necessarily immediately. I just wanted to see if it was a possibility.
So your application, I'm old school, I have piles of papers. Your application from last month, you want essentially a home business beauty salon.
Yes.
So
One person. I don't have any intention or desire to have. I've owned a hair salon in the past, and it's just something that I'd like to be able to do legally. It may end up just being family members. I don't plan on turning it into any sort of large-scale establishment, nothing of that nature.
So you're going to be the beautician?
Yes.
And you're licensed?
Yes, I am.
And will these be appointment only?
Oh, yes.
And one
No
state,
walk-ins.
one station?
Yes, I'm not trying to turn this into any kind of a production type situation. Just one person.
So you'll have one room, just you, one chair,
Yes, sir.
appointment list, one car at a time,
Yes.
bring in your customer, parked in, you have a driveway or something big enough they can park off the street?
I do have a driveway. I do have two vehicles currently, so I was actually reading from Mr. Riley, who I just wave at him. I didn't know actually his last name until now. He and his wife are fairly private. I've known them for years, but actually I didn't know them until I read the statement that he was a little bit concerned about the parking. And if that is a concern, I most definitely, I've got a disabled brother, so my home has an addition, so I don't have a way to conceal a vehicle. But if it is a concern, I could find a parking location for one of my vehicles to minimize the impact on the street. So,
Always in this board, big concern of almost everything is
yes,
how it impacts
appearance
the neighbors, and that is,
of course,
first and foremost, it's parking.
yeah,
And
understood.
then secondarily, noise, but I don't think you'll have any noise.
No noise, but I can understand the parking concerns, so.
Will there be no signs in your yard?
No, I'm not trying to turn my home into a, commercial-looking facility.
With the board's permission, I do have that email from Mr. Riley, if I could present it to you guys?
Yes,
Okay,
please.
thank you.
So what kind of services are you going to offer?
I was a colorist in Washington DC for a number of years.
Thank you.
I'm a good colorist, and that's what I'd like to focus on.
We can take a time out for a little legal housekeeping. Board members, we received a copy of an email sent in from David Riley, across the street neighbor. I move we accept this into the record.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. This email is accepted into our record and minutes. Okay, board members, do you have any other questions?
Yeah, are there any issues you have with chemicals? How do you dispose of those? Can you just throw them down the drain? Do you have to do something special with them?
Nothing hazardous, no, and they do just normally go down a drain, yes.
Would that be true of any beauty shop that does typical beauty shop stuff?
I am unaware of anything that could impact the environment. I've never heard of anything.
You're probably using such a small amount that it probably doesn't affect.
Well, I have worked in large-scale salons.
Right, but if you're just doing one
Sure.
person
Yes,
each
ma'am.
time, probably the amount she uses, it probably wouldn't. That's something you could talk to the water department about.
And what would your hours of business be?
Oh, I would like to retire early at 62, which I'm 60 now, and I'm just thinking about maybe one or two people a day at most. It's just a very
Well, I
small
mean-
pastime.
Between what hours of the morning, afternoon?
Oh, 9 a.m. to 5. Yeah, I don't really even plan on doing late.
I noticed your neighbor here is requesting that he would just like to have a permit for 1 year, just to make sure that there's no issues in the future. Of course, we could set that as a renewal, I guess.
It's always a renewal there,
Yeah.
Mr. England, anyway, so as
Yeah,
long as
it's-
there's no complaints. Okay.
Seems like a good neighbor.
So you're proposing 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., one client at a time,
Yes, most definitely. Maybe,
off-street parking.
maybe one or two clients per day. I really am not trying to, work back to back like I used to.
Well, that's the job of this board, to make sure all
Of
the
course,
neighbors
sir.
and everybody who's potentially affected.
I didn't even know if this would be a possibility. I thought I would come and ask, so it's whatever you feel comfortable with.
Well, we appreciate your, let's make sure I have this clear in my head, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., one client at a time. I hate to say one employee, owner operated. better. And typically this board typically, when people come with something that maybe could disturb neighbors, we grant a 1-year conditional use permit.
Yes, sir.
And that gives neighbors who may have been disturbed, not by you, but, you know,
Yes.
all over. That gives people a chance to be heard
I understand.
and
yes.
problems to be corrected peacefully
Okay.
and without $1-million lawsuits. So 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., off-street parking, one client at a time, or by appointment, should say.
Mr. Baldwin, she also mentioned no signage.
Right, no signs. Thank you. So I just say that get that clear in my own head. Board members, any other questions? Would anyone in the audience like to speak for or against this application? Okay, well, thank you, ma'am. You can have a seat.
All right.
One
Thank
last
you,
chance,
sir.
board members.
No, thank you. All my questions have been answered.
Well, what we do, for those of you who have never been in a meeting like this, what we're doing, we didn't just dream up, it's prescribed by state law. And since this is a conditional use permit, the state of Indiana currently has 9 criteria that the board members have to be satisfied or met. So we'll briefly go through them. Number 1, let's see, this would be under category. Let's see here. Category 623. Category 623 is a home business. Are you all in agreement that that's the appropriate category?
Yes.
Number 2, this one is about being harmonious with the general objectives of the city's comprehensive plan and/or zoning ordinance.
Yes.
Do you all think this is in accord with that?
Yes.
Number 3, will be designed, constructed, maintained, be harmonious and appropriate in appearance with the existing character of the general area, and it won't change it.
I agree.
I agree.
Shouldn't that be a change?
Number 4, this is, well, they're all important, but this one certainly is. Do you agree this will not be hazardous or disturbing to existing or future neighboring uses?
Yep.
Board members in agreement?
Yep.
And I believe that that one is met with suitable conditions. Number 5, this is the one about being served by utilities, fire, police, all services like that.
Yes.
You all in agreement?
Yes.
It's all,
And I agree too. It is a housing subdivision and therefore has all those things. Number 6, this will not be detrimental to the economic welfare of the community or create excessive requirements for public facilities. Are you in agreement with this?
Yes.
Yes.
Number 7, this will not involve uses, activities, processes, equipments detrimental to persons, property, general welfare by reason of excessive production of traffic, noise, smoke, fumes, glare, odors. Are you in agreement with
Yes.
this?
Yes.
I agree.
Yes, and I agree that the quantity and type of, in this case, chemicals used will pose no harm to the neighbors. Number 8, this is about vehicular approaches to the property, so it has no interference with traffic. Any problems there?
No. I agree.
I agree.
No, this is one appointment at a time. And number 9, destruction, loss, or damage to historical scenic features.
Should be okay. I agree.
And I don't even think that's an issue.
Right.
Well, we have an application for a conditional use for a home beauty parlor. I move we approve this conditional use for a period of 1 year, subject to the following conditions. There will be no more than one client at a time, by appointment only. Off-street parking will be provided. It will be owner-operated with no other employees, no signs, and that's it.
Second.
And can we have a roll call vote, please?
Mr. Eaglin?
Yes.
Mr. Baldwin?
Yes.
Mr. Burkhart?
Yes.
Well, ma'am, you have for the next year, you didn't sound like you were totally sure you were going to do this. It doesn't matter. I just want to, if you do or don't, that's your business. But I just want you to be aware, Madison's zoning ordinance gives you a year essentially to start your business up. So if you're going to do it, well, that's within your 1 year conditional use. And if you decide you don't want anything to do it, just forget about it. The use will be there, but will expire after a year.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. That takes care of, and I do not think we have Mr. Moore. Well, moving on to new applications. The first two on the agenda, James Grant, 8887 Vine Street, and Dustin Smith, 3220 North Shun Pike Road, for various reasons have been withdrawn. So the next item on the agenda is, let me get here, BZVD. Okay, let's get it right here. BZVD-25-14. Ryan Rogers is the applicant. And this is at 815 East First Street, and it's a variance of developmental standards. So, sir, if you could come up, give your name and address for the record, and explain the situation, and why
Ryan.
you're seeking a variance. What are the practical problems you've run into?
Okay. My name's Ryan Rogers, 804 East First Street. This particular application, the issue that we have with it is the existing garage wall sits too close to the alley. The rest of the setbacks for the proposed garage and addition will be within 3 feet of the property line on the rear and on the east side. So it's really the existing wall that's creating the problem.
Let's see.
Or I'm sorry, it'd be the west wall.
So want to expand along a wall and build a detached garage. The garage is within the 3-foot setback, so there's no problem. That's what our notes say.
Yes.
So the only problem is trying to match an existing wall, which is non-conforming.
Well, the new addition won't go over as far as that wall. So the addition actually sets within the setbacks. Now, the porch addition that goes off to the side, it will be about even, or it'll be even with the garage, so it'll be 3-foot setback on that.
Board, the staff did approve a recommendation to approve this
Right.
application.
Not much room to work up there in that neighborhood, is there?
No, but I can't believe we got a driveway and a garage in on that lot.
Yeah, that's good.
Right, you have that big beautiful White House with it is rather remarkable. But of course, like everything in downtown, it was built, 1840, 1850? Nobody thought about these things.
A little bit before zoning laws, right?
Yes, it was.
There were a good deal of things that were not very well regulated. Board members, do you have any questions?
I assume everything was sent to the neighbors. Did we get any complaints or anything any comments from the neighbors or?
Not that I've heard.
No comments at the staff.
I will say, if you drove down there and looked at this, that alley is in pretty bad shape, and you do see it when you're getting ready to go over the bridge.
Yeah.
So having a new structure there and just cleaning up that alley is going to be
Gonna help a
quite a
lot.
bit of an improvement.
I did walk down there today, and your yard seems to be very long.
Well, it's not my yard, but yeah, it's a very
Well,
long
the
yard.
of this house.
It goes to the alley, but.
One last chance, board members, any questions, comments?
No, it was just, I mean, for downtown, it just seems kind of normal, really. If you look at everything around.
Yeah.
Things we've done on Jefferson Street and different places for garages and those kind of things. It's nothing unusual about this.
It's somebody that grew up in town, moving back to town as well, and making a significant investment in the community, which I'm pretty excited about. I actually live on the other side of the block, down at the other end of the street.
Well, thank you. Would anybody in the audience like to speak for or against this proposed variance? Board members, one last chance. Would you like to say anything, ask anything? Then we shall move on to our findings of fact. And once again, folks, the state of Indiana provides these, so everybody has to follow them. So since this is a variance, I would ask you, board members, to give your reasons. First criterion, the approval is not injurious to the public health, safety, morals, general welfare. Mrs. Burkhart.
No, actually, he's bringing a non-conforming structure back in to make it legal, so no.
Mr. Eaglin.
And I think the improvements along the alleyway that he talked about earlier is going to actually improve the health and safety of that neighborhood.
And I see that, in my view, upgrading and improving housing and things like that downtown certainly does not harm anybody. And second, we have had nobody testify that it did, so I think that's met. Number two, the use and value of the area adjacent to the property will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner. Mrs. Burkhart.
No, actually, he's improving the property.
Mr. Eaglin.
Like everything in downtown Madison, I think it is just going to cause all the property values close to it to go up. That's a plus.
Keeping things from decaying and upgrading them do not harm other people. I think that one's met. Number three, strict application of the terms of the zoning ordinance will result in practical difficulties in the use of the property. Mrs. Burkhart, what are the difficulties?
Well, right now it's non-conforming, so actually he's bringing it into what it's supposed to be.
Mr. Eaglin.
What he spoke about earlier about when these structures were built, there was no zoning. So I think this works very well with what we're doing downtown.
And the practical difficulty, as always happens downtown, just don't meet the criteria we have today. So many upgrades simply couldn't be done. Well, having gone through our findings of fact, we'll take a motion.
I move we approve the variance as requested.
I'll second the motion.
And can we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Eaglin?
Yes.
Mr. Baldwin?
Yes.
Mr. Burkhart?
Yes.
Sir, you have your variance. And moving on to the last item on our agenda. This would be BZVD-25-13. Once again, Mr. Rogers, on behalf of Julie Tiemann, a variance from developmental standards to add an addition onto the primary structure. And if you could spell out once again what this involves, what the issues are that you need a variance.
Ryan Rogers, 804 East First Street. Again, this is a new member of town. She's moved in. She's wanted to add on to the property. The existing house sits right on the property line. The addition is actually going to be 10 feet or 9 feet from the property line, so it's more to bring the house back into being conforming. Now, the porch that we're adding to the back, that will add about 10 feet additional along that side of the house, but it'll be on the same plane as the house.
So this here is your porch, and it lines up with the...
Yeah.
I went over there today, and yes, that house is crammed in.
Yeah. This is Miss Teeman.
Hi,
Teeman, welcome.
thank you.
So we see these are your plans that you're submitting. Actually, this won't even be visible from the street, will it?
It will be, the little bump out that we're doing, but I think it's gonna make it better.
It
The
sets
house
back
needs-
very far.
Yeah, it's far enough back,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's 3 additions on the house we're going to attach to the 3rd addition.
Okay.
That's very Madison. Additions on additions.
Growing south.
So your addition will be this part here.
Yeah, that little bump out,
And your porch will be this little part here.
that's right.
Yes.
Looks very nice.
Board members, any questions or comments?
I like that. It's going to be a nice improvement.
Well, you can have a seat, folks. I don't think anybody in the audience is going to speak against this. Am I correct?
I think they're all related, I think.
I think you brought your moral support with you.
I think so. Everybody's home for Christmas.
One last chance, board members, any questions?
Nope.
Then we will move on to our findings of fact, variance from developmental standards. And this is essentially a 0-foot setback on the west lot line. Match the house. First one, will approval be injurious to the public health, safety, morals, general welfare? Mrs. Burkhart.
No, they're actually improving the property.
Mr. Eaglin.
I agree with
And I see absolutely no damage to the general welfare by this project. Like I said, I think it'll be hardly even visible, or very slightly visible. Number 2, adjacent properties harms their value substantially. Mrs. Burkhart.
No, I see no effect there.
Mr. Eaglin.
that. I think we'll increase the value of the properties around it, near it.
And I'm in agreement. This is not going to harm anybody's property value. It's just going to be the continued upgrade. And number 3, strict application, practical difficulties. What are they, Mrs. Burkhart?
As we've had before, it's non-conforming already, and they're just adding to, bringing it up to standard.
Mr. Eaglin?
I think it just brings it up to standard. A nice addition.
And the practical difficulty is, as pointed out, it's built right on the lot line. So you can't put a porch or anything without that difficulty. Having gone through our variance, or our 3 criterion, we have a motion.
I make a motion to approve BZVD-25-13.
Second.
Can we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Eaglin,
Yes.
Mrs. Burkhardt,
Yes.
Mr. Ball.
Yes. Well, we wish you well, ma'am.
Welcome back. I'll be walking by your place a lot. Always harass the Tiemans when I walk.
Well, at the beginning of the meeting, we were supposed to have heard from Mr. Moore on behalf of Bolin Communications. Obviously, we are not going to hear from them. We tabled this from last month. Our rules specify pretty well, table it 3 times, you got to reapply. So I move that we table his application till our next regular meeting. And I wish the minutes to note that the antenna tower has been erected. That's my motion.
I
Second.
second.
And all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion passes. Is there anything I've forgotten? Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Yes, sir. One moment. I withdraw my motion.
Okay.
Come on up, sir.
My name's Delbert Reese. I live at 2747. I was supposed to meet here tonight to rezone that shed I'm building out back. Do you remember that? You looked at it?
Oh, that would have been Plan Commission, which for some reason was canceled.
Oh.
Rezoning applications are handled through Plan Commission. You make your case to them, and then they recommend to City Council, you know, rezoning and that kind of stuff.
Was that on our agenda, Tony?
I don't think so. That was not on the agenda.
I didn't see it.
But anyway, this is Board of Zoning Appeals, and we don't rezone stuff.
Okay, okay.
So if you could see
That's
Mr.
Yep, yep.
Steinhardt after the meeting, iron it out. Well, I remake my motion to adjourn.
I'll second the motion.
Recycle.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed,